These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com. Check it out.
You are watching Sports Matters TV.
Okay guys, Sports Matters TV, we are at the bars here. Cork is the 20th anniversary Siam Warriors, an iconic night here celebrating 20 years. The man next to me, he's played a massive role the last number of years, one of the biggest stars to come out of the country, let alone Siam Warriors. You know, but when we speak first of all of Martin, Ryan, we seen him fight earlier on against Malcolm. Two veterans going at it first of all, right? It was an incredible fight, but listen, Martin showed some grit there at the end.
Yeah, like anybody who knows Martin personally and sees Martin train, Martin always keeps himself fit.
Yeah.
So this is no surprise to the lads in around the gym. Like, when it was announced, I was like, just another day.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to kind of go back and do it. I think just the timing, the 20-year anniversary for the shows, like the level that, like, he didn't have as many fighters on himself, so it kind of made it a little bit easier for him probably to be out and do it himself, where he didn't have to worry about myself, Clancy and these lads, so he had it on his side.
Yeah,
you know, and it's great to see him do it, and it gives the rest of us something to aim for. And as I always say, like, none of us would be here if it wasn't for Martin, so like, big congratulations.
It's true. Now, speaking of yourself, look, I know you've got a busy couple of months ahead, but how's things been the last couple of weeks? Obviously, you're keeping active, you're tipping away, and look, we're seeing all the videos, constantly training hard.
Just kind of after the last fight, I kind of left myself down. Not anybody else, left myself down. So I'm just trying to rewrite where I went wrong, find out how I can get myself back to that, like, that level of commitment, I would say, you know, towards the fights, not towards training. Just need to be, my dedication's always been there. I just need to take it that level up, and because the passion is 100% back, and it's like my heart starts to desire a bit more. Like, any sport at a high level, when you're doing it for so long, you're going to follow the motivation with it. So it's good to kind of have that bounce back, like, you know.
And look, I wasn't going to mention the last fight, Ryan. We were there, obviously, we were there before you walked out. Just didn't seem like yourself, to be honest. And I suppose we knew that through the fight as well. It just, you know what I mean, there was something that you just seemed kind of, you know, I know in fights you can have an off day, but it was definitely an off day for you, and that's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I've never made excuses. In 40 plus fights, I've never been one to say, oh, this went wrong for me, this went wrong. I take it on my stride. If I lose to the better man on the day. That's how it is, because I know, like, we're giving 100% in there. But coming up to that fight, I didn't have it. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt like I wasn't myself, kind of, and I felt like that going into the fight, but I was so determined to get it done regardless of the result. I was determined just to get it done. But you're going to have off days, like, especially if you're at a high level for so long. Like, you know, it's okay to slip up and, you know, having like a night where you're not performing. And at the end of the day, I still went out and got to the finish line, but I was a little bit disappointed myself.
Yeah, definitely. Look, you know, we're always on Twitter and we're always engaging with MMA fans and Muay Thai fans. A lot of people want you back out of one championship. That will happen in due course, no doubt. But what's happening over the next few months? So, look, there's always big fights on the table for you. I know you get to look at them all. I suppose there's many fights that you have to choose from, but there's big fights ahead. Yeah,
like I was just saying to the lads, I'm 26 still, so like you have to wait.
I can't believe that, by the way.
Yeah.
But even you look younger, first of all, but it's the fact you've been active for so long.
Yeah, like, I'm 27 soon and I'm coming into my 12th year in Thai boxing. So I'm taking it as like, right, this can be a benefit for me because I still have the youth on my side. The determination's back, and when you're this young, you need to kind of weigh out your options in fights. Obviously, the term, I'll fight anybody, no problem. But it's like, right, who's the right fight? Because you want to catapult yourself onto the next stage, and as you said, one championship. Like, so I'm aiming, by the end of the year, hopefully, we're back on track for one championship. The next fight I have that we literally just confirmed last week, it's a big one.
Always
again, everybody who knows me knows, like, I'm up for every challenge. I've never shied away, so I always think, like, never mind taking a step back, take 2 steps forward, because what's the worst outcome? You know, you lose again, you get back, you go again. That's what people need to remember, is the consistency of fighting the best fighters in the world in, year out, and that's what we're aiming for, really, because I've won world titles, I've won European titles. It's just now about, like, how can I make the respect for myself and a bit of a legacy, and the next generation to be just to look up to something to achieve to. Same as like Martin Horgan and them doing for us, you know what I mean?
And Ryan Sheehan, and it's so hard to believe, like, even though, like, you know what I mean, you're so young, you've done so much already, but yet again, I like Asia. First of all, you've got a massive fan base out there. You know, fighting the legend Sam, and first of all, that's just living more proof that you don't turn on fights. You know what I mean? I remember the Grand Prix stuff you've stepped in. You know what I mean? It's you don't shy away from the big fights, and it's
mad. It's actually mad to think like outside of Ireland, I'm more known.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks because it's like everyone bangs on about, oh, we've got this and we've got that. On your doorstep, you've got guys who are competing at a high level in Muay Thai. Sean Clancy, myself, even years ago, Aaron O'Callaghan, you know, there was such a great, like, the standard was high always in Cork, and it's always been the capital for fighting.
Yeah.
And now it's like, in a few years' time, I'd like to be like Roy Keane of the fighting aspect. You know, I always say Roy Keane because he's a Northside man and I'm a Northside man, so he's like, he's the man, you know what I mean? So it would be nice to follow in his footsteps in terms of like just exposure in the city. You know, that's all I want, you know.
Yeah, it's a sport you're never going to get away from, because as you say, when it's all said and done, you retire at the age of 40 something, right? And you've got fucking rooms full of trophies, belts, you know, medals. You're going to want to train the next generation as well, and that's going to be crazy.
And I'm already kind of, as the older I'm getting, I'm starting to kind of give my hand with the younger lads a little bit more. Because like that, you see them develop and you want to help because you want to see them caterpillar onto the big stage. So if you can instrument with every fighter that's young and just set the example of how to do it, then they'll follow it and then they'll teach the next group. And then the tradition keeps going and keeps going. Thai boxing in Ireland isn't an old sport, so it's like about 30 years here. So like, and I've been here for like half of that. Like, so in 30 years' time, I'd like to see where it is with the next wave of fighters. You know, it'd be nice to see it.
It's all coming. Yet again, it's always not catching up with a multi-world champion. You know, he's won everything in the game, and the best is still to come. People don't hit that peak until they're in their 30s. This man, he's going to have so many peaks throughout the years. But listen, we can't wait for that fight announcement. You let us know first, won't you?
He'll always the first to know.
Always the first. Brian, honours ours, my man.